As a gender-focused organization, our focus is on gender, and we do our development from a gender perspective. So in our areas where maybe we are talking about water, we want to make sure that how many women are part of the water board before even we start. Otherwise, only men who will attend the meeting. So we lay emphasis on those. So gender sensitization towards women empowerment. We do community mobilization. Wash is talking about water, sanitation, and hygiene. And we train in employable skills. Like I said, on our field office, we have poultry. We are training people using manure for vegetable production. And the flagship of our activity, as I mentioned now, is the Village Loans and Saving Associations, which empower the women economically. And the career counseling and mentoring has been the flagship. You can see some of our girls there. That program was sponsored by the French Embassy. So when you look at our overview sheet, you see our sponsors, the French Embassy sponsored that program. There's a young lady in front there. She's a lawyer, and you would think that maybe she's now in SS. But we go out with them, and then they motivate the young ones to know that they can also make it. That is lawyer Sector Ahone. She's on her way coming. And in the central region, in the Volta region, we have 25 girls clubs centered around Central, South, and the Donggala districts. We've covered about 625 girl children. We have built their confidence. And I think as we move on, when you do the interviews, you get to know. We started this career counseling from Sogakopo Secondary School. Why? Because that's the village school I attended. Cover already means what? Village. So that's where I attended. So when we had a vision to do this, I thought we should go and start from our school. And Madam Florence, thank you so much. She was also in the same school. So we just rallied some of the ladies who have crossed the barrier in life. And then we went and started the program there. And the following year, then the headmaster called and said, why are you people talking to only the girls and not the boys? Because you are leaving the boys behind. It means that we need to find another mentor group also for the boys. The following year, the girls started questioning why it is only boys who can be school prefects. Because now their confidence level is high. So why is it that it's only boys who can be school prefects? Can't girls also be school prefects? But they wait and say that the girl is a girls prefect, but not school prefect. I'm sure you know what I'm saying. So girls can only be girls prefect, but not school prefect. So they started questioning, why can't you also be school prefect? And it brought a huge change. Most people had their confidence built up. This career counseling actually took place in Masi, which is also within the Central Congo district. Can we look at the next slide? So we're talking about area of water, sanitation, and hygiene. In partnership with the Dutch government, I changed that thing to Dutch government and then Water Health International. We were able to cover 40 water boards. And this 40, a board is made up of a maximum of 7 people. And we make sure that women are covered. Let's move to the next one. And within the water sector too, I'm sure you have heard of Sogakopo Lome Transboundary Water. Sogakopo Lome Transboundary Water Project. That project, I'm told that when we were young, 1970, I was in secondary school 1970. Somebody told me that they started talking about that water project around the 1970s. And little did I know that that project will be there for me also to finish school, to come and meet that project and be talking about it in 2016. So 2016, when President Atamils launched that project, it will interest you to know that Global Women Development Promoted won the bid to do the community participation activity. So we did all the community participation activity for all the over 100 communities in Ghana. So the Ghana Poultry Project, which is also a U.S. Department of Agri-sponsored program, have also partnered with us to train women within the poultry value chain. So we are building the capacity of women in group dynamics, how they can keep their group together, cohesion, and we have trained over 540 women within this scheme. And in Accra, we are currently training because it's not too difficult to sneak in sometimes. But the other regions, we have to pause because of the obvious climate that we have around. God willing, we will resume when the weather is clear. Yes. Okay. So, yes. So we want to. These are some gallery of our pictures. So, GLOWDEP educating nursing mothers at the Bujumbura Daycare Center. As part of our water project, we do health and hygiene education. So we are not just giving water, but we are serving quality water and how the people have to use the water to be able to get the maximum benefit. So that is the water health center being launched in Ashanti Bampong. You see the chiefs and the queue mothers all with us. So that's one of the water health centers we are launching in Bampong. And capacity building workshop with 2 ton staff. So when we talk about gender, sometimes we are all talking gender, but we really don't respect the gender. Sometimes we don't even understand. So 2 ton is very careful that if we are going to talk about gender in the community, then their staff should understand, so that in designing their programs and projects, they make it gender sensitive. So that is GLOWDEP there, building capacity of 2 ton staff. And Madam Parliament Secretary is here. I've even forgotten about these pictures. That's a beautiful picture where we were training parliamentary secretaries. Yes, so we had a training for the parliamentary secretaries about what? We are telling them that they are the effectiveness of their bosses will depend on them. So management of the office, welcome Auntie Gifty. We are privileged to have you around. So the parliamentary secretaries were part of our clients. We're training them how they should manage themselves, how to manage their offices, how to carry themselves around so that their bosses don't lose good clients. You agree with me that sometimes you get there, you even enter before they tell you that the person is not around. They will even ask you what you need, you know. So we've been engaging them also in sustainable office management. So we're talking about cocoa action strategy. So it will interest you to know that we are part of the World Cocoa Foundation. So as part of the World Cocoa Foundation activities, we attended last year the World Cocoa Foundation workshop in Cote d'Ivoire. So those are some of the pictures that we have here to show. And then, Mary, are you there? Are you able to identify those there? Those in the blue shirt there? Yes, that's your school, you know? Yes. So, like we said, Mariam was part of the girls' club. She's grown through it, gone to training college, and back in the district was so kind to us to put her back into the girls' model school. And as part of the educational programs, the government is asking for girls' model schools in every district. So our district actually developed one, and that is where Mariam is teaching. And these are the girls, we're taking them to confidence building exercises. So they are sharing their experiences together, doing an assignment. And that program was sponsored by the French Embassy, as I said. So you see that there's French Embassy logo on those t-shirts. The exercise books in front of you. Yes, each person can pick one to remember us, even though you might not need it. You see the French logo and it is sponsored by the French Embassy. It's part of this program. Okay. And Dr. Mariam Chapon of the French Embassy addressing the gathering, celebration of the International Women's Day. Normally we do International Day of the Girl Child every year, October 10. And then 8th March, we celebrate the International Women's Day. Okay. So, slicing of vegetables into desired pieces. Food and nutrition contest, yes. There is one donor for the 2 ton project, and they have so much Ferrero. They are so much interested in food and nutrition as well, that they are not interested in only buying cocoa, but they are interested in the health of the people who are growing the cocoa. So as part of our activities, we did nutrition education. Madam Florence, are you there? Madam Florence is a nutritionist, so she led that activity. And the women had to, that's a cooking competition. So the competition took place. We'll call the people with books first. In one of them, you see the community people, the chief and all the people coming to taste the food for us to judge. I said, wait, they said, oh, this one, the oil on top is too much. So they start marking them down until we get the final winner for the activity. Can I remove one? Okay. So this is talking about our VSLA that we're talking about. So the VSLA concept is such that you are pulling your own resources together and then loaning it to one person, one or two people. They use it, they bring the money back for others also to access. Recently, what the Ghana Poultry Project, we've been able to convince them to do is that they should give the people seed money. So if they put some seed money into the pots for them, as they contribute the money, they will have more money to loan for whatever purposes they want to do.
Or done certain work and we are seeing changes gradually. And we are not expecting that it's going to change once and for all. But it's a gradual process that will go through. Unfortunately, with the COVID, our situation is worsening because we now realize that with girls or children being in the house, things are changing. Yes, we don't have statistics to back it, but the reported cases that we are having, where parents are still abusing their children sexually, close family relations are impregnating our girls. Current DEC that they've just written, in certain regions, over 450 girls are pregnant in a certain region, which is not. And then you follow those cases and you realize that the people are just close relatives or friends or neighbors. And sex has become like, okay, you are a woman, so you must. So even in your own married home, you can't say no. Today I don't feel like having sex. The husband thinks that he pays the right price, and so he has access to you 24 hours, 24/7. So these are some of the things we have been going wrong to as Auntie Florence said. The women themselves, because of the socialization, believes our religious, and so if you have a religion that says that women shouldn't take leadership position, how are you going to get a woman to take leadership position? So we've been going around doing the sensitization training, and so our methodology is not to only train the women. Yes, over the years we've tackled the women and we realized that no, it's not going to help us. So now we bring on board the men themselves to appreciate what we are saying, and it's not a war against men. It's just about people appreciating them. Sex, individual sexes doesn't give a specific role. A woman can clean the change bulbs, clean fan, and other things. I always tell people that yes, we are grown up. If you want a tree to grow and be straight from day one, you got it. But if you leave it and it's grown and you want to now turn it the way you want it, it will break. So the older people, we may not be able to change everybody completely. Yes, few people may change. But what we are focusing now is that we start training our children to know that whether you are a boy or not, you can cook the banku, you can scrub, you can sweep. So
it is very, very necessary that these areas need rigid intervention so that we can change the way things are being done. So it is our hope that they will have to intensify their activities to bring about the needed change that we expect to be seen in the way men and women combine their activities in the house to bring a better development. The question of culture came in, and if somebody should ask what is culture, it's the way we do things. So whatever we do perpetually the same way all the time becomes our culture. So if you want a change in the culture, it means we want to bring a change in the way we do things. So agriculture, there should be a way we do it. Our water sector, there should be a way we do it. And then the economic sector, there should be a way we all have to bring our efforts together. And if we do it conscientiously, then there is a hope that gradually there will be a change in our society. It's unfortunate, I don't know, they only mentioned their funding source as being from some of the people who they partner with. I think they have to look for greater partnership source to fund their activities so that they can go far with what they are doing. And what they are doing too, we need the collaboration of the media. And I'm very happy that they are here this morning to market what they are doing, because if you want a change, the change must be propagated by some group of people. That is why, again, it is heartwarming that their activity is also in the education sector, where they mentor people, then so that through the educational system, they can bring the needed change that we require. But for the larger majority, I think the media has got a greater role to play. So we just want to say we are grateful for what you are doing. We urge you to do more, and hoping that the Almighty God will support you both in spirit and in strength to carry on what you are doing, so that the next generation will see that both boys and girls, or in other words, men and women, will collaborate to do whatever is needed to be done for the you use a certain word in your word.
Sustainable development.
Yeah, you use another word to replace the sustainable development. I will look for it again.
Okay.
The well-being of mankind. Yeah, so that we all have a better life, way of living, and for the benefit of mankind, so that we see a better society in future. So thank you very much for coming, and then we thank our field staff very much for the work that they are doing. Without them, no change will happen. So we urge you to do more than, or step up more what you are doing, and then give us a feedback. Thank you for coming.
Yeah.